Hey guys, it's Killing86, aka Randall. Welcome to another movie review. Oh, guys, it's been a while since I've done one of these things. But let you guys know there are two movies that are coming out that came out this month: Wreck-It Ralph, Ralph Breaks the Internet, and Creed 2. And as you guys may have known from my Instagram and also from my Twitter, I actually went and seen Creed 2. Creed 2 was a great film. So let's get started on my review. Well, guys, since you guys I have a feeling that some of you guys have seen all the Rocky films. You know, Rocky 1 all the way to Rocky Balboa, which is the sixth one. Now, after that, we've now seen a new movie coming out with Creed. As you know, we first saw Michael B. Jordan as Adonis Creed, which is Apollo Creed's son. Now, we've seen how he grew up to be a boxer and he was able to make a name for himself without everyone knowing that, saying that's Creed's son. I'm going to make a name for myself. And it shows how he did. He was able to make a name for himself on the first part, and he did well for himself. So, Creed 2, guys, we've seen a lot of people back in the sequel. As you guys may have seen, Dolph Lundgren, who is best known for playing Ivan Drago, was back as himself, which it was really amazing to see how it's been like 30 to 33 years when Rocky 4 came out, and he was back. And it was really amazing to see how like history was repeating itself, where he was training his son, and as you see how Rocky was training Adonis in into the world of boxing, and we've seen how these two were going at it. Now, guys, I told my brother about this a long time ago, stating that I had a prediction about how this movie is going to be, because in sequels you can always see about how someone's doing great and one day you're gonna fight somebody and then you're gonna lose. You're gonna try to get it back. That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like to me. It was to me when I watched Creed 2, it was like watching Rocky 3. If you guys are not familiar with Rocky 3, I'm gonna let you guys in on this. Rocky 3, we've seen how after from the first movie, we've seen how Rocky Balboa got a chance to battle Apollo Creed because Apollo Creed chose him to fight an exhibition match on America's birthday for 12 rounds for the heavyweight championship, although it was an exhibition match, it was just for fun. But after that, on part two, we've seen how everybody believed that Rocky won, but Apollo believed that he knew that he won the whole round because he got the decision. But everybody believed that Apollo Creed fixed the match so we don't see the real him. So, in part two, we've seen how Apollo tried everything in his power to get Rocky back in the ring and do battle again. So, we've seen it, and he won. And this time was for real. Now, part three. Let's get back. Let's go to the part three where let you guys. I bet you guys are wondering how Rocky 3 is similar to this on Creed 2. Now, on Rocky 3, we see Rocky defending his title numerous times, battling boxer after boxer and still winning. Then we've seen another contender, Mr. T, which was Mr. T's very first movie role as Clubber Lang. When he wanted to fight him, his coach didn't want to train him because he lost that spark on how he beat Apollo. He said he'll knock you to tomorrow, Rock. And hey, after intense training and everything, he went after Clubber Lang. And as you guys know, Clubber Lang pushed Mickey so hard, he hurt his back so badly, he couldn't breathe. So Rocky had to go out there fight Clubber Lang without Mick, which you guys will see similar in Creed 2. But Rocky tried everything in his power to stop him, but he was stronger and he couldn't get him off, and he lost. And thanks to Apollo Creed, where he had a good idea that he'll train with him and then they can get back their status. Rocky had doubts on himself, knowing that I'm afraid that I'll lose everything. I'm afraid. And Adrian looked at him and was like, what do you mean you're afraid? He says, look, when I didn't have you guys, I was all by myself. I got beat up. I got hurt. I didn't care. But now I have you, and now I have a kid. I don't want to lose this. So Adrian told him that you didn't push anything on anybody. You're a grown man. You did what you had to do, and that's what Mickey thought you should do. And on that night when he lost, Mickey died, and he felt like it was his fault, but it wasn't. He was an old man. He pushed him to be the best, and hey, it was his time. Rocky felt like it was his fault that he died, but it wasn't. He did what he had to do, and he did what everybody else thought he should do. But he believed that all these fights were nothing. But Adrian told him those fights were real. I saw you fight out there, and you were amazing. But then after that, Rocky got his confidence back because when he asked, "What if I lose again?" He said, "So you lose. At least you'll lose with no excuses and no fear." Hey, and we saw a great training montage, and he was able to beat Clubber Lang when he realized that when he was fighting him, Clubber was fighting him with everything he got, and it's like he was using all of his strength. But then, as time went by, he was getting tired and he was slowing down because he was using a lot of energy on his punches, and that's how Rocky won. He was fast, and he knew he had to stay away from him so he could use up all of his energy, and he won. Now, Creed 2. Let's go to Creed 2. Now, there's going to be some spoilers. If you guys don't want to see spoilers, I suggest you pause it right now or just skip the video. But I hope you leave a like on this. All right then. If you guys don't want to see spoilers, if you want to know spoilers, here it is. Well, guys, Creed 2. We've seen how Adonis Creed was able to keep his title in check. He was the best. If you guys remember Creed, the first Creed film, when he did battle with a boxer in his brother's boxing uh, place, he lost terribly. So he fought him again for the title, and Adonis won. It was one of the best wins ever. But then when they went out to dinner, they found out that Ivan Drago and his son Victor Drago were in the United States and issued a challenge. And when Rocky was going back to his restaurant, Adrian, his waitress told him that there's a man sitting over there, needs to talk to you. And there he was, Ivan Drago. From 30 to 33 years, they met after all this time. He told him that I lost everything because of you. Now I have a son. All he knows is this: fighting. We fight to survive. And I gotta say, guys, after seeing Victor Drago fight a lot of people, he looked strong. He looked like he was unstoppable. He looked just like his father back in Part 4. So Rocky was scared, knowing that history might repeat itself. And as Adonis looked at the news saying that Victor Drago wanted a challenge, he saw actual footage. They showed actual clips from the movie Rocky 4, where Apollo Creed was fighting Drago in an exhibition match, and that's where Drago killed him when he beat the crap out of him. And this pushed him to be the best, pushed him and wanted him to fight. Rocky had a feeling he wanted this. He told him that I can't do this anymore. It's because you say that you're ready. That's exactly the words your father said when he died in my hands. I had that choice to throw in the towel, and I didn't. So I have to live with that. Rocky had a lot of. If you guys seen Rocky 4, I suggest you watch it, because if you see that fight between these two guys, you would understand when he said he broke things in me that were not fixed or recovered, or I have recovered from, because the way that those two fought, Ivan Drago was more stronger than any boxer that Rocky's ever faced. But as you guys know, Rocky was more of a fighter who fights with his heart. He doesn't give up. You knock him down, he'll just come back up. So he told him, I can't. So Adonis took it as a sign that I guess as we go our separate ways now. And that's what they did. So he went back to his brother's boxing club and asked him to train him. And he asked, why not Rocky? Why won't he train you? He said he has some family problems. And that's one point right there. He found out that his son, he hasn't talked to his son in over 10 years. If you guys remember the sixth film, Rocky Balboa, he had an adult son played by Milo Virgames. I can't say his last name. He's also known for playing Jack Pearson in the new a comedy and also drama, This Is Us. He was the dad that died. He wanted to talk to him so badly, but he always hangs up the phone before his son answers. So as they were training, he was so focused on beating him, he was able to try to. Nothing mattered. And as soon as they were weighing in, the one thing about this, what makes it fun, what makes it cool, these boxers like go like this, and they pose for a picture. And as when Ivan Drago looked at him, this wow, you're a little shorter than your father, and that triggered him. He went after him, and his son just like pushed him away. And without a lot of intense training, Adonis believed that he was ready to beat him and take him down. But after 3 rounds, he lost. He was beaten badly. He couldn't even make a dent on this guy. He was all over him. Now, this is what I have to say right there. He believed he was ready. No, he wasn't. He wasn't thinking about the fight. He was thinking about revenge. He was doing this to avenge his father for what that man did to him. So, it backfired. And Rocky watched everything. He knew everything about Ivan Drago's fighting style, and his son fought exactly the same way as Ivan did. He knew exactly how to beat him, but he didn't want to train him because he felt like history would repeat itself. So he felt guilty, so he went to go see him. He told him to leave. As time went by, he found out he had a daughter. Oh, there's one thing. Oh, there's one thing I forgot to leave out. As the fight progressed, there was no winner. When Victor knocked him down, as soon as he was about to get up, he punched him down, which was a illegal hit. So his victory was disqualified. It's like it's like remember watching the Logan Paul fight with KSI. Remember when the bell rung, KSI hit Logan in the back of the head, and that's when Jake Paul came out want to go after him. That's what it was. If you guys are wondering why my voice is like this, I'm losing my voice, but I'm getting it back. So anyway, Rocky decided to go help him, and he had to start. They had to start from the very beginning. The thing was, Adonis found out that he was about to lose his title as the heavyweight champion of the world if he doesn't take it a fight. And Victor Creed was the one he had to fight again. So they went to the very beginning, and they went to a special place to train. And wouldn't you know it, they did great. The fight was amazing. What I loved the most about this film was when these two were looking at each other face to face. Rocky was on the same ring with Ivan Drago, staring at each other like that. Like we're back to the old days. The fight was amazing. These guys, we've seen Adonis fought bravely, fought the right way. He was able to beat him, but with Victor Drago, he busted a rib in Adonis' chest, and that used him as an advantage. But Adonis didn't give up. He was just like how Rocky was. He just kept getting up, kept fighting. He was like, "What the hell? What's the matter with you?" And 10 rounds. And when Ivan Drago saw how badly beaten his son was, and he saw how Adonis wasn't giving up, he was the same as Rocky. He did the most surprising thing. He grabbed a towel and threw it. He forfeited the match. Adonis won. His son asked, "Why'd you do that?" He said, "It's okay. You don't have to prove something to me." And that was it. Guys, I have to say this was a great film. I told my brother I think I know how it's gonna go. It'll be like Rocky 3 where he tries to fight Victor with everything he's got, and he's gonna lose terribly. He get his butt kicked, and he did. But then he came back stronger than ever. He was able to take him down. It was the best fight. I was literally rooting for Adonis to win, despite I know it's a movie, but I get so into it a lot. You guys have to admit that when you watch a boxing film or when you watch a sports film, you get into it so much that you hope they win, but in reality, you know they're gonna win. It's always that. Well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this movie review. This movie was really great. And would I see it again? Of course I would. I'll give this a 9 out of 10. Actually, no, I'll take that back. 9.5 out of 10. I loved it. Uh, the reason why is like saying why 9.5? What's the point 5 about? For me, I wanted to see more scenes with Rocky and Ivan. I wanted to see them actually fight each other again. Just out of spite. Like out of anger. Like saying, "Where's Adonis? Why isn't he coming out to fight?" And that's when they fought each other again. And I want to see how these two old guys would stack up after all those years. That would have made the film great. But overall, guys, this movie was amazing, and I hope that this gets an Oscar nod. Well, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more reactions for gameplay. Drop some likes on this video if you enjoyed this. It was a great film. So the next film I have to do, guys, which might see it sooner somewhere this week, is Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph Breaks the Internet. So I can't wait. All right, you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget, like I always say, stay positive, guys.